Hello there, welcome back to the Once a Week Kitchen. Today I'm making fish cakes, real comfort food. Also, just for ease, I'm going to show you how I make parsley sauce in the microwave. That way it never ever gets burnt. Right, today I'm making fish cakes. I've got 500 grams of potatoes cut into chunks. I've put those in lightly salted water. I've got 500 grams of fish. This is cod and this is smoked haddock. Now I'm going to cook that in the oven in foil till it's just cooked. I've got 4 spring onions finely chopped. I've kept the tops, which I'll keep in the fridge, and they will go in soup. Don't throw them away because they're quite a tasty addition to soup. So, 4 spring onions, finely chopped, and then we've got plain flour, beaten egg and breadcrumbs to coat them in. These other ingredients are for parsley sauce. So I've got 250 ml of milk, half an ounce of butter, half an ounce of plain flour, salt and pepper, which I'll add at the time, and fresh parsley. Well, it's frozen actually, but it was fresh when I put it in the freezer. I always keep parsley in the freezer, chopped up and ready to use. It's just so useful. First thing I'm going to do is put the potatoes on to boil for about 15 minutes. Right, the fish is skinless and boneless fillets, so that's nice and easy. We don't need to start feeling around for bones. Take that out. So I'm just going to wrap it loosely in foil. I've got the oven set at 180, which I believe is about 4 gas mark 4. So I'll put these on a baking tray and let them cook, and by the time the potatoes are done, the fish will be cooked as well. My cat's very interested in what I'm doing. So those are ready to go in now. Just wash my hands. It's not for you, Molly. While the potatoes are boiling and the fish is in the oven, I'm going to make the sauce. So I'm going to make it my own way, which is the lazy way. I always like to find the easiest way to do things, which is in a jug in the microwave. So you want a nice plastic jug or glass, but a nice round bottom is desirable because you can get the whisk in easier. So I put the butter in the jug, and I'm going to put this in the microwave with cling film over the top for about 30 seconds just to melt it. So the butter's melted now, so I'm adding in the flour. This is the most important thing when you're making sauce, a whisk. So we're going to whisk like mad to get rid of the lumps. And as you would if you're making the sauce in the pan, the next step you've got to cook the flour. If you miss that stage out, the sauce will taste floury. So I'm going to give it 30 seconds on high to cook this roux. That's the roux cooked. It's sizzled well. The next thing is to add the milk. I know all the recipes tell you to do it gradually, but I just throw it all in. And then whisk like mad. At this point, I'm going to add in some salt and pepper. I always use white pepper for sauce, because black pepper would turn it grey, which is not very attractive. So I'm going to cook this sauce in the microwave in 1 minute bursts. Each time it's had 1 minute I shall stir it till it's thickened. Shouldn't take more than about 3 minutes. So that's the sauce, it's boiled and thickened and it's beautifully smooth. That's down to the whisk. So just add in the parsley and then it's ready to serve. It can be reheated in the microwave when you're ready to dish up. So I shall just keep that covered with cling film to stop it forming a skin. Lovely jubbly. So the potatoes are boiled and soft now, so I'm going to mash them. With normal mashed potato I would add milk and butter, but because this is for fish cakes, I don't want it to be too soft. It needs to hold a shape, so I'm just getting rid of the lumps basically. And then it's got to be put into a large bowl and left to cool, because obviously it's too hot to handle at the moment. So they seem about right. The fish is cooked now, so it's got quite a bit of liquid in. I'm going to drain that off and flake the fish into the bowl with the mashed potato and the spring onion, and then I'm just going to season it all with white pepper, and then I'll have to leave it to cool right down before I can form it into fish cakes. Right, the mixture's cooled down now, so clean wet hands. We need to form these into fish cake shapes. And then we'll chill them again before we coat them in the flour, egg and breadcrumbs. If you roll them into a ball first, and then pat them down, flatten them slightly, roll into a ball and flatten. So I shall carry on like this till I've made all this mixture into fish cakes. It looks as if it'll make about 10. So 10 fish cakes. I'm going to chill them for half an hour before I attempt to coat them in the flour, egg and breadcrumbs. This is the tricky bit now. Flour, turn it round, egg, and keep your spare hand clean. Turn it in the egg and then drop it in the breadcrumbs. And then with the clean hand, sprinkle breadcrumbs on the top. Don't worry if you spill a few. And then get your fingers and turn. Then you put that back onto the tray. That's ready to deep fry now. Second one. Shake your flour first. Flour. Into the egg. Turn it over. Roll it in the egg. And then into the breadcrumbs. Sprinkle. Don't worry if you spill a few. They can all go back in. These dishes are not really big enough. That's two. I'll do one more. And you can top up your breadcrumbs as you need to, till they're all coated. Flour, egg, and breadcrumbs. I know it's a faff, but they really are worth it. Once you've deep fried them and they're crispy and golden, they're absolutely gorgeous. Worth the effort. Now, while they're at this stage, you can freeze them if you want and just cook what you need. So I'll carry on now till they're all done. So I've got the chip pan on. I wait till the oil is ready to change. In other words, once you've done fish cakes in it, because of all the bits that come off, it's not fit to use for chips after that. So I generally cook the fish cakes and then change the oil completely before I use, make chips again. So let's get the fish cakes. Just going to cook two at the moment. And it's just a matter of cooking them till they're brown on both sides, all over on both sides. We turn them over once halfway through. And meanwhile, I'm cooking some spinach in the microwave to serve with these fish cakes, and we've already made the parsley sauce, so we're nearly there now. So there you go, two beautiful golden brown fish cakes ready to eat. Yum yum. So that's the finished dinner. Beautiful golden fish cakes with parsley sauce, spinach, tomatoes and a squeeze of lemon. Yummy, can't wait to tuck into this. See you later, bye.